Hello and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite aspect of this game, the crafting. To get started in any crafting or gathering job, you'll need to be at least level 10 in your starting class. That's when you can start picking up the other jobs from various people. This is the Guildmaster for the Culinarians Guild. He'll be the one you'll need to talk to pick up the Culinarian job. You can get a lot of what you need for your job from its respective guild. The guild supplier, she's got plenty for you to work with, especially for the first 5-10 levels. And that's the same for all the guilds. They'll all have a guild supplier to get you going. When you first start crafting, you're only going to have access to the basic synthesis, which only creates. It doesn't make things a higher quality. The numbers you're going to want to pay attention to when you're crafting are in your character menu, down here under crafting. You'll have craftsmanship and control. Craftsmanship, it determines how far your progress in creating the item will go for every step. For example, this basic synthesis. The higher the craftsmanship, the stronger the basic synthesis. That's what's going to create the product. Down here we have control. This number will help determine how strong your quality improving steps are. When you're ready to start crafting, you want to take a look at your recipes first. To do so, you just look at your crafting log. If you don't have it on your hotbar, you can hit the options button, go up to actions and traits, and down here, under main commands, you'll see this little booklet here. It says logs. You click on that, and crafting log. You can click on it here, or you can set it to your hotbar by hitting square and then pushing the corresponding buttons that you want it to appear on. Once you have your crafting log ready to go, just open it up, and you can see all the recipes that you have available to you. When you first start out, it's only 1 through 5. You can go through and see the ingredients that you need for each item there on the right, or toward the middle of the screen. Like, for example, table salt here takes 1 rock salt and 1 distilled water. I am out of distilled water at the moment, so let's do that. Let's go over here. Guild Supplier will have all the basics for you. There we go. And back into our crafting log. Now, as you can see, I have both of the items required to make table salt. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and then synthesis. When you're in the crafting menu like this, you'll see the item that you're trying to create there at the top left. The durability is how many steps you can take before it's destroyed. So you need to create it, you need to finish it before it's out of durability. To do that, you need to fill that top progress bar, the one that says 0 out of 9. I need to fill that before I run out of durability. The bar underneath the progress is quality. If that one's all the way full, then it will be a high quality item. If it's not completely full, there's a percentage chance that it will be high quality. Underneath the quality bar, you can see the percentage chance that you'll have. So I'm going to go ahead and make this table salt. I just hold the right trigger to bring up my hotbar here and hit circle for synthesis. Basic synthesis there. I failed that first one. That's going to happen to everybody. Obviously, I'm level 61, and it just happened on a level 1 recipe. So don't let that get you down. Happens constantly. It's a percentage thing. So I'm going to do it again here. And it's being stubborn today. Okay. It's not going to win against me. There we go. And we created 6 pinches of table salt. Now, that's another thing. Depending on the recipe, you might end up with more than 1 item when you're finished. A lot of these first recipes end up with 3. Some of them are 6, like this crayfish ball is 10. You can see the number of items you'll end up with at the top there, where it says, like here, it says rye flour. And on the picture of the rye flour, there's the number 3. That means you'll end up with 3 rye flour after making this. One more thing to note over here with the items that you need to create the recipe, the regular ingredients, you'll also need shards. Sometimes you only need 1, but as you level up, you'll need more and more. If you are running low, you can gather them through botany or mining. You can also buy them off of the market board. Now I'll move on to something a little higher level. If you have any high quality items, they'd show up in this column here. If you use them, you automatically start with a certain number toward your quality. So that'll help you increase the chances of getting a high quality item. So we're going to go ahead and synthesize. Now I've got a few different tools at my disposal here. everybody's going to end up with a different looking hotbar. It might look like a hodgepodge. It might look like a total mess to you. But, you know, this is how I have it set in my mind. I can do this basically without looking at it. Eventually you'll get there too. So I'm going to start with inner quiet. Every time I increase the quality, as long as that's active, it increases future quality increases. Steady hand makes it so all of my moves are a little more accurate, less likely to miss. And I'll also start with Waste Not 2, which will make it so the durability only goes down by 5 each turn instead of 10. Now, like I said, you're not going to start out with all of these other abilities, but you'll start out with a basic synthesis, and then you'll collect more as you level up. But this is I have to go through this process to make sure I get anywhere on this level of recipe. So we've got I've got the Steady Hand and the Waste Not up, as well as Inner Quiet. We're ready to go. I'm going to start with Rapid Synthesis, and the top bar is what we're looking for. Top bar is what we need for a complete product. Now, I want to move the top bar a little more. I'm going to use a Careful Synthesis. Now, I don't want to max it out right away. I want to get it as close as I can without finishing it, so I can concentrate on the quality of it. You'll see there under the durability it says condition, and right now the condition is good. When it says good or excellent, your quality steps will go further for you. You'll get more out of them. If it says poor, you'll get less. So that's not the best time to use one of those. The quality increasing steps being something like Hasty Touch. That's what I'll be using most of the time here. Otherwise, Standard Touch. When I use this and it succeeds, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep using it. And you can see my Steady Hand ran out, so I got to use that again. If you're curious to see how long or how much time you have left on these moves, you'll see them along the top here. Let's see if I can get them highlighted for you here. There we go. Up here, they'll have numbers next to them. Like, this is the Inner Quiet. That's how many stacks I've got of Inner Quiet. That stays up there until I use something that disintegrates it or undoes it. The Steady Hand's got 5, and I've got 3 more in Waste Not. So you can keep an eye on the numbers up there. You'll know, have a better idea of how many turns you have before you have to reuse it. That, combined with the durability and the condition of the item, are basically what you're going to be watching. There's an excellent. This is a good opportunity to use something bigger than that. So let's move on to, I'm going to go over here and use the Advanced Touch. That's the strongest touch I've got. Hopefully it works. There we go. And as you can see, it was a big jump, not only because it was excellent, but because I used the Advanced Touch, which is pretty expensive. Now, even though that condition says poor, I'm going to keep going with the Hasty Touch. Looking at the quality bar there, it can be a little misleading, because you'll see not only the bar, but the numbers behind it, the 61 out of 70/80, and then the percentage underneath the bar is just 83%. The percentage is the thing you should be concerned about, because that is the percentage chance that you'll have of creating a high-quality item. Now, I've started another go at the meatballs here, but watch this quality bar as compared to the percentage of high quality that we've got here as I go. I'm going to keep increasing that bar. It goes from 3 to 4%. As the bar moves up a little bit, it's at 6%. Okay. So it's not just that I'm making more each time with the Inner Quiet, but the bar does not necessarily equate to that percentage of the bar. And you'll see as we get closer to the halfway point, yeah, that's over half of the total quality, but I'm still only at 18% quality. So watch the HQ number, not the bar. That is the important part. As you can see, it just went up to from 30 something to 81 in that little bit of movement on the bar. And the only way to guarantee that you're going to get a high quality item is to have it full at 100%. If you even have it at 99%, there's always that chance that you're not going to get a high quality item out of it. It's important to remember when crafting that if you don't finish the progress bar, you'll end up with nothing. In fact, you'll actually lose your materials most of the time. There's a small chance that you won't, but chances are you will. So, if you're trying to fill up that quality bar to get a higher percentage, I mean, that's fine, but don't neglect your progress bar. See, right here is, I've got 5 durability left, and if I hit one more of the quality increases, I'm not going to have anything left to finish the progress. So I'm kind of up against a wall here. I have to finish the progress or I'll end up with nothing. 86 is a pretty good percentage, though. And there we go. We got high quality ones. You also have the option for quick synthesis. Basically, this means that you can set it up for any number of them, of the product that you want to make, without having to go through actually pushing the buttons to make them. When you do this, you have the option to use high quality materials, but it doesn't increase the chance of high quality output. And when you go to synthesize this, now I'm not pushing any buttons, it's doing it for me. And the odds of it actually completing are not as good as if you were to just do it yourself. There we go, we got 1 high quality and 3 regular quality out of something that I could have very easily made 4 high quality out of. So that'll give you an idea of whether or not it's worth it to you. There's also a second set of recipes that you can access by hitting triangle. This will show you your master recipes, housing stuff like decorations and furniture, dyes, and a bunch of other stuff that you've picked up along the course of the game. And those are the basics of crafting. I hope that helped. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, hit that like button. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter at Kairu82 for the daily schedule. And I'll see you in the next video.